Scott Stringham here. Most people call me Scott. I'm a certified emotion code, body code practitioner. I work with people every day from around the world, either remotely or in person. Here in my office in Newcastle, New Hampshire, I also work at a holistic center in Kittery, Maine. So you can go on my website and learn about all that kind of stuff. But today we're talking about financial prosperity. It's been a real big issue with my group, my client group that I meet with every Saturday. If you're a client of mine, you get invited to a private session every Saturday where we will go over a different aspect of the body code and how it can help them. And we do live healing and balancing sessions for my existing clients. So this is an opportunity, this Facebook, YouTube group, to do the same thing, except with people maybe don't understand or never had this before, don't know what it is and how it all works. So I'm going to explain a little bit it, and we're going to do it in terms of financial prosperity. So how energy work and how body code work can affect how much money you're saving, how much you're making. Some people just, money just seems to go right into their pockets and out the bottom, and nothing accumulates. And it's energy has a lot to do with it. It's amazing. And emotional energy has a lot to do with it. So we have trapped emotions. Trapped emotions are negative emotions from our past that we feel and we don't express them. We hold them in rather than let them out. Like, let's say you get fired from a job when you're 21 years old and you feel depressed about it. You feel frustrated about it. You feel angry about it, possibly. Now you have a choice of what you're going to do at that point. You're either going to hold it in and not let anybody know you have those feelings, or you're going to let it out, pound a pillow, talk to a friend, get professional help, whatever is right for you. But the important thing is to let it out. Because if you don't, these little balls of energy called trapped emotions can get stuck in your body energetically. And let's say you have, anger gets stuck in there, and it gets stuck in, in your chest. All of a sudden you're having allergies, or you're having breathing problems, or shortness of breath, or maybe just when you work out, you're just not able to get quite the workout in that you were able to get before. So that could be from a trapped emotion. It definitely is a component part of it. Some of it is aging and things that go on, but you know what? Aging is something that can be slowed down using this modality as well. We'll be doing that on a future call. So let me see if today we can share our screen. I'd love to be able to show you the emotion code chart. And it looks like we're going to be able to do it today. If I can find the chart on the screen. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is the emotion code chart. There are 60 emotions listed on it. They're all negative emotions. Some of them you would recognize, like on the first column in row 4. The first one is anger. That's the one we were just talking about, from maybe somebody who lost their job. But there are other ones there as well. So we're going to ask right now, we're going to connect to our guides and our an intelligent source that's more intelligent than I am. And we're going to ask, is there anything on this chart that is emotions that will keep us from financial abundance and prosperity? And the answer is yes. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And there are 3 of them. I knew in advance there were going to be 3, but I do not know which ones they are. They can be different ones for different people. So we're just looking to see what are the big 3 that come up the most common energies. And I'm doing muscle testing to find out what these are. from the motion code chart. So the first one, is it in column A or column B? It's in column B. Is it an even numbered row or an odd numbered row? It's in an even numbered row. Is it row 2, row 4, or row 6? So it's in row 2 of column B, which is already on the screen there, so we don't have to move the screen. Is it failure, helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem? Which one do you think it is? I would probably look at it and vote failure, and I was right. So failure, it's like fear of failure or an echo of failure from the past or something going on. But there's definitely failure. If you have the trapped emotion of failure, that's going to prevent you from succeeding in the future. So if I work with you and we find that, let's say you would come to me and you're saying, you want to increase your income. Well, I can see if there are any energy imbalances associated with that. And if there is a trapped emotion called failure, that's going to help you financially. And maybe we'll go right to it. You can say, I was on that call and I want to check my big three. We can go right to it and check those. The important thing to know about failure is it's not only normal to have failure, it's really a requirement for success to have failure first. So you want to fail. I have a client who I've been coaching, and we had to teach her in her new business that failing was something that she should do every week. And every time we did a call, I would mention to her, where did you fail this week? Oh, I had a client who I signed him up, and he signed up for the first session, and then he didn't show up and never paid me. And it was, just felt horrible. Okay, congratulations. You're one step closer to success. So that can work with that. And then we clear the trapped emotion of failure. So then it doesn't look like a failure any longer. It looks like just a step toward success. You reframe it that way. Okay, let's go on to our second trapped emotion that is preventing us from financial success. The most common three. Second one is column A, column B, even or odd, row 2, row 4, row 6. So now we're going to drop down to row 6 in column B, and there are 5 there. Pride is no, shame, shock, unworthy, worthless. So the second one is worthless. This is, so you see it on the row 6 in column B over in the very last one in the bottom right. So worthless is a feeling that the amount of money that you think you're worth for the services you provide is different than what you want to get intellectually from what you're doing. I'll give you an example. So somebody is opening a new business, and they're going to do landscaping and mow lawns and everything. And they know that people are getting a certain amount of money out there, let's say $150 to do a couple of hours work out there. But he just doesn't feel he's worth it. And he just, 150, I can't charge that. So he charges 75, calls it an opening sale, discount for new customers or business opening sale and everything. And he signs up a ton of customers, of course, because he's got the lowest prices by half of other people that are in town. And now he's stuck with more clients than he can possibly service and getting paid half of what his competitors do. And then he finds out, once he gets the business going, that he's got insurance to pay and maintenance bills and fuel and everything else that he has to do, maintain a website. You got to have a website and all that kind of stuff. And he's losing money on the business, and feels horrible. But it all came from a sense of worthlessness that he had over, even though he knew how much he was supposed to get. And, I see this all the time. People undercharge. It happened yesterday with somebody doing what I do. They just are so undercharging what they do, and they are fabulous at what they do. but we had to work on clearing this sense of worthlessness. So that's a great one. Okay. So again, I don't know which ones are going to come up here. So we're just seeing it. So now the third one. We're going to do the third one now. We're looking for the third trapped emotion. That is the one that will block us, stop us the most from earning, having financial abundance in our business. Okay. So is it in column A or column B? We're going to column A now. Even or odd? It's odd. Row 1, row 3, or row 5. So we're going to row 5 of column A. So that's the left-hand row, and there are 5 emotions listed there. And the first one is blaming and dread and fear and horror and peeve. So the one that came out positive was dread. So dread is fear, basically, but not just fear, but fear of the future. Whether it's really going to happen or not, we're dreading something that may or may not happen in the future. For example, dreading, you have a corporate job and it's Sunday morning and you're just dreading going to work on Monday and dreading it because you have all kinds of negative feelings about the job. You don't like your job and you're dreading it. So how does dread fit into, I'm going to take the screen share off now and come back to you. So how does dread play into earning money? Well, if you're in a state of wondering what can go wrong in the future, that's dread. It's like praying for what you don't want. You're focusing your attention, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions on what you don't want to have happen in the future. And we call that dread, is a good term for that. It can be fear that I'm not going to have the clients that I need. If you're in a kind of business, if you own a business or manage a business and most of your business comes in daily or weekly, and so 2 weeks now, you don't even know what's going to come, and you have a state of dread about that, you're going to attract situations of not having enough. So that's a great one that we can clear from you. Okay. So again, those are 3 trapped emotions and I've seen all of those come up multiple times with people that I'm working with to increase their financial abundance. Does this work actually increase your financial abundance? Absolutely. I've seen it many times. I've got a real estate agent client whose income has increased multiple times over what this person was making a few years ago. Excuse me. I have someone who owns a holistic health center who was in the red and then began working with her during the pandemic. And now she's well into the black and doing great, doing energy work. So many person who had a business and was ready to sell. So we had to get, and knew would make a lot of money by selling, but there were all kinds of blocks, energy blocks to selling, just wanted to hold on to it for so long. And so finally we cleared those blocks, sold the business, made a lot of money, enough between that and Social Security to be able to retire on. So those are the things we can do. I'm here every Wednesday at noon Eastern time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific time. And anybody who wants to come on in the future while this is playing, I can do a clearing for you during this time. I enjoy doing it. And it's a way to show other people how it all works. And it can be a benefit to you too. So please join us anytime. And I think that's going to be it for today. So next week we'll do a different aspect of using the body code to increase your abundance, your prosperity, and your income even from doing this work. So thanks everybody. And we hope to see you again soon.